Hi, this video is all you guys with limited mobility. And you know what? Remember when you were a kid, they told you not to play with your food. But you know what? I'm going to encourage you to play with your food because you know what? We can work out with just the stuff we have in our cupboards. I wanted to show you real easy. I got to scoot my chair over because I'm a little bit sitting on the edge there. But I want to show you what all you can do. First off, right here, these are some soup cans, and these soup cans are great. One thing you can do if you want to get a better grip, get stronger with your grip, just take a soup can and squeeze it just gently. Just squeeze it just a little bit. Do this for like 10 or 12 times. You know what I mean? And then I'm just kind of going through my head. There's about 12, and you're going to feel it. You're going to start to feel it in your forearms and stuff. So, and then just set it down and give it a few seconds, or you can just switch to the other hand and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you can also use these as an arm exercise. It's these. I have different size cans on my table, and they're different size weights. So you can start out with these super light ones, and this will also help your grip. So you can do curls with them. You could do, you can raise out to the side a little bit with them. Just do, like I said, do about 10 or 12 of these. Do 3 sets. When I mean a set, that means just do it 3 times. And then you could push them up over your head, And there's all sorts of stuff you can do. You can shrug your shoulders with them a little bit. Just go to where you're comfortable. If anything feels uncomfortable, don't do it. Just kind of work it out a little bit easy, And you'd be amazed what all you can do. You could do little circles, little circles. Any of this kind of stuff you do is going to help your health. One of my goals is if as you're older, say you fall on the floor, you want to be able to be strong enough to get yourself up off of the floor. That can be very important. You don't want to spend your day on the floor, waiting for help to come. So you can get strong enough if you exercise. You'll start to notice an improvement in about 12 weeks. But anyways, here's some little soup cans. And then you can go up, if next to weight, you can go up if you want to. Here's some beans. Same thing with these cans of beans. They're just a little bit bigger. You're going to feel a little bit wider in your grip. Another thing, you can also, if you want to improve your grip, you can turn them around so that, like, if you let go, they're going to drop. And you can just hold your hands out here for a few seconds, and you're going to start to feel your arms getting heavier. And just hold it until as long as you can. And you can work your way up longer as time goes on. And different size cans. See, these are, depending on the size of your hands, these will be a little bit more difficult than the soup cans. But then you can go up more in weight too. These are just salt containers. All right. There's just 2 of these. And they're also bigger in diameter. And you can do the same thing with these. You can just hold them out here, or you can use them as weights. You can do workouts with them. You can do like skull crushers with them. Stuff like that. You can just swing them back and forth. Your workouts are endless, If you feel any pain in your shoulders, that pinching type pain, don't do this, okay? A little bit of I call it a burning sensation, that's okay. Just don't want any pinching pain. But anyways, you just kind of do these, and then you can get up even bigger. I've got some even bigger ones, and these are going to be hard for me to even hold on to. And they're also, this one's like 2 pounds, almost 3 pounds, and these are wide. So, and once you start getting a better grip, you can actually hold these upside down without dropping them. And you can use these too for working out. There's all sorts of, like I said, I just want you to play with your food. I know, when are you going to hear that again, right? You can play with your food. It's just fun, man. Just do whatever you can, And try to do sets of 3, 10 or 12 if you can. Every other day, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You don't want to work out every day. You need a day in between for your muscles to recover. So, and I'm also going to show you another one here too. You can just keep working your weights up. All right. If you don't have, you also got water jugs. Water jugs are great. I wish I had 2, but I only have 1. But you can use these like kettlebells, which is fun. You can also lift these up, You can press them over your head, You can do both sides, both arms, press them up and over your heads. But you can also do these like kettlebells. Let me move my chair out of the way just for a second. I'll show you at a side angle. All right, I'm going to show you can do these like kettlebells. You know, you can do what they call a hip hinge with it. You know what I mean? So you can also, you get a little tricky, you can release from one hand to the other. You know what I mean? So you can work these like kettlebells, you know, and it's just a lot of fun. I want you guys to just enjoy and have fun with your exercises. You can do overhead presses with them. You know what I mean? You can do behind the back. You know what I mean? This is when you get mobility up, okay? Not when you're first starting out. But anyways, you can do water jugs, okay? And these are bags of rice. Bags of rice are the same thing. You can work out with bags of rice. You know, you can do that. They may be easier for some of you to grip. Also helps with your grip too. You know what I mean? Gripping is one of the things they use to judge your health, how strong your grip is. And you know you need your grip to open jars and stuff like that too. So your grip is very important. But like I said, you've got these bags. You can just throw them up and catch them too if you want. Just play around with your food. It's okay, I'm not going to tell. But anyway, just flip them up in the air. Watch one of them break open. It'll be kind of funny. But just so you can, man, just have fun with your food, you know. But I mean, you could just flip them around and try to catch and make it a game of skill. It's almost like playing a bag of beanbag or cornhole. But just play with these, man. Flip them around. Go ahead, flip them around. Go back and forth. See what kind of. This is just, you know. You can do bags of potatoes if you want to. And once you get up there and you start getting pretty strong, these are 3-gallon water jugs. These are empty, but you can fill these up and you can work out with these too. You know what I mean? There's so many things you can do. You can do farmer carries, which are real good. You can fill these up with however much water you want to make them as heavy as you want. You can fill them all the way up and make them heavy, or you can just put a little bit of water in them and just walk up and down your hallway with these. You know what I mean? And farmer carries are one of the best exercises I think everybody should have in their work routine, regardless of their ability. But I think this is kind of fun. I hope you guys are getting an idea. Improvise. I mean, you've got fitness equipment all around you and you don't even know it, you know, or a lot of people don't even know it. All right. Now I'm going to show you, I want to show you got a broom, all right? You're sweeping your floor, you know. That's also a good exercise, but your broom is also good for this. You can do this with it. Just be careful when you're first starting out. You know, you can do this real slow. You know what I mean? Just do it real slow. And as you get better, you can move a little farther or go a little faster if you want. Slow down, speed up. You can dip one, you can go a little bit different. Don't go too much because that might tweak your back out, but just kind of, you know. But anyways, I hope this gets you guys thinking about doing some improv, playing with your food exercises, man. I'm going to let it go here. I hope this video turned out pretty good. You know me, I haven't learned how to edit yet, so my videos will get better when I learn how to edit. But right now, I think it's kind of cool. I'm just an ordinary guy like you. I'm 61 years old. And I'm just trying to have fun with fitness, and I want to show you guys that fitness can be fun. It doesn't have to be a grind or a drag. So find something that works for you, and if you find something that works for you, you'll stick with it, all right? I'm going to keep showing you. If you like and subscribe, you know, please check out some of my other videos. I'm going to continue to show you different things that you might find fun to work out. So hopefully you'll find one that fits and that be the one you stick with. And you can change them up all the time. All right, you guys have a good day. Take care. Peace out. I'm going to sneak up on the camera because guess what? That's just what I do. All right, you guys have a great day.